Hey everybody, welcome back to our mini NPR studio here at the Personal Democracy Forum for the next in our series of interviews from the forum. Right now I'm sitting here with Davar and Michael Bassik. He is the Vice President for Interactive Marketing at MSHC Partners. Because I don't know what the MSHC stands for, it doesn't come to me quickly. What does it stand for and what is it all about?
Sure. Of course, MSHC stands for Malchow, Schlackman, Hoppy, and Cooper. I'm very surprised you didn't know that, and you'll have to recite that back to me later. But MSHC is the largest direct mail firm in the country for progressive and Democratic candidates, and we're also the leading internet marketing firm. So we do online advertising and strategies for progressive groups and campaigns.
Cool. All right, so Davar and Michael are going to do an interview, so I'm going to sit back and let them take it away.
Michael, you specialize in online advertising, and are you affiliated with the presidential campaign, with Senator Obama's campaign?
We work with many groups. Democratic National Committee is one organization we work with, and we had previously been working with Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign.
Okay, tell us a little bit about one of your specialties, which is text messaging. You've done a lot of research on that. Tell us, how, sort of what you found. It was really interesting I read about how you use text messaging to get people to vote, register to vote, et cetera.
I think we had a big moment a few years ago when campaigns realized that email was critical and that websites were critical. And I think in 2006 and still into 2007, we found online video, to be incredibly important. And now we're sort of in 2008, we're seeing social networking have a tremendous impact on the presidential campaigns. We have yet to have our mobile moment, where we found text messages were having a major impact on the presidential campaigns, or campaigns at every level, or any level of the ballot. There have been many other countries that have had this moment. We have yet to have that moment. That said, we are certainly laying the groundwork to be able to provide text messaging solutions to campaigns and political organizations. And we found in 2006 and in 2007 that those individuals who received a text message reminder to vote on Election Day were more likely to actually turn out. So to see that was tremendously important.
And you've also tested it in natural disasters, is that right?
Well, there have been, we want to test this in natural disasters. There have been many groups who have started to test this in natural disasters. And Twitter itself is able to tell when there's different spikes in traffic. So, for example, their first major spike in traffic, they report, came after an earthquake in California. And since then, people have been able to send live reports from the ground of what was happening amidst natural disasters through Twitter and through text messages.
And we also reported on the number of text messages that were sent after the China earthquake recently. Could you talk a little bit about online advertising and how much is spent currently compared to traditional advertising?
Sure. Well, that's something I like to talk about often. There seems to be a tremendous disconnect, really, between the way that voters are receiving information and vis-a-vis the internet and the amount of money that campaigns are spending to advertise on the internet, where commercial marketers are spending between 7, 8, 9% of their overall advertising budgets online. I hope you're ready for this. Political campaigns spend less than 0.4% of their overall advertising budgets online. This amidst research that shows that more than 40% so far in this election, 40% of people over 18 have gone online to receive or research information on the campaigns. So very little would be the answer.
What about going forward towards the presidential elections? Do you see the campaigns coming to you for more advertising online?
Well, we're certainly seeing increased demand in online advertising, and we'll see this as we get closer to Election Day. The closer we get to the moment of people having to make a decision, the campaigns will start to say, we need to reach these undecided voters, and we need to throw everything at them on any medium they use for information. You'll see more television, more radio, more direct mail, more phones, and for the first time, we think more online political advertising.
How much does it cost? Give us a little breakdown. If someone wanted to, a member of Congress, put a political ad on MySpace or Facebook.
Sure. There are opportunities that cost pennies. You can advertise on Yahoo or Google search engines and pay a cost per click. And that would mean someone would go onto Google, type in a word, maybe healthcare, a candidate's ad would appear on the Google search results, and then they would only pay when someone actually clicked on that ad to go through to the campaign's website to learn more. Those clicks start at 10 cents per click, and you can spend 10 cents a day if you wanted to. You can also target those ads to specific zip codes, so you can provide very detailed information for people in a specific congressional district or a specific state. And of course, it goes up from 10 cents a click all the way to millions of dollars that can be spent, as we see in the commercial advertising world.
And what are some of the popular sites for advertising, for political advertising?
Sure. I think what we're seeing mostly this cycle is a lot of search engine marketing. A lot of organizations going to Google and Yahoo to do this type of cost per click advertising. They're leading people to donation pages, to pages where they can sign up for email alerts, and also information on how they can register to vote, where they can vote, and information on specific issues. Because it's so easy to track and so inexpensive, we're seeing a lot in that cost per click search marketing realm. We're also seeing a lot of local advertising. So rather than buy an ad nationally that's going to reach a lot of people, but many people who might not be voting in an upcoming election, if it's a primary, if you want your ad to appear in a certain state, you can geographically target your ad. So we're seeing a lot of geographic targeting on sites like America Online and Yahoo and CNN.com. But then we're seeing a lot more advertising on local media properties. So the large newspaper sites and large television sites that would happen to be in a particular state.
And you alluded to this a little bit, but talk about mobile technology in the 2008 election and beyond.
Sure.
Some of your projections.
In terms of mobile, we're seeing all the candidates using mobile. They're asking people to sign up to receive mobile alerts, and that requires just putting in your cell phone number, and then the campaigns are sending text messages. So, for example, Obama sent a text message when he decided to opt out of federally matching funds. He instructed his supporters who had signed up for text messages to visit the URL that they provided in the text message to see a video from Barack Obama explaining his decision. But you also see it before he'll make a major appearance on television. Tune into CNN Tonight to watch Larry King interview so-and-so from the campaign. So they're using it as a way to inform their supporters, their most ardent supporters, of what the campaign is up to. They've done it to do everything from discounts at Barack Obama's online store around the holidays to purchase gifts for friends and family, all the way to helping people learn about major decisions the campaign is making.
And how would you compare what Senator Obama is doing online? I understand that you represent progressive organizations, but to the more conservative advertising firms. Is Senator McCain doing just as much actively online?
Certainly, McCain is doing a tremendous job in terms of online advertising. He has been using search engine marketing for longer than any of the other candidates. And even when his campaign was near bankruptcy and polling in the single digits, they never stopped advertising online. They stopped advertising on other media, they stopped sending direct mail, they ditched their television advertising budget, but never stopped online advertising. And they did this because not only could they reach very targeted voters inexpensively, but they found that those people who clicked through on their ads were very likely to contribute. They found that for every dollar they spent in advertising online, they got $3 or $4 back.
Oh, so you actually have statistics that show people who go and click on online advertising turn around and donate money.
Yes, this might scare you. In the past, we were able to determine whether an advertisement was delivered, and we call those advertising impressions. We were able to determine how many people clicked on an ad, which is called the click-through rate, and we could figure out from there a cost per click. That was about the extent of the reporting we had in the past. But now, in 2008, we have tremendous deep reporting capabilities. So I can tell you, for example, who saw a John McCain banner ad, on which site, and which placement on that site, and which size the ad was. I can tell you how long that ad was on the page for before someone clicked on it. I could tell you if they clicked on it, whether they donated, whether they signed up. I could also tell you whether someone saw that ad, did not click on it, but 2 weeks later went to John McCain's website on their own and made a donation. And we could tie that donation back to the fact that they saw an ad on CNN.com 3 weeks prior in the political section in the 728 by 90 skyscraper leaderboard size. I mean, we can do, I use McCain as an example, but of course, all the candidates, including our Democratic and progressive candidates, are doing that. So.
Okay, fascinating. Thanks so much for your time. Is there anything else you wanted to add that we missed?
I think what we'll see this year is a larger percentage of advertising budgets going online. It'll be a tremendously successful year for candidates who embrace the internet. What we have yet to see is this trickle down from the presidential candidates throughout the ballot. So hopefully this cycle, but perhaps in future cycles, we'll see other campaigns aside from the presidential candidates experimenting with online advertising.
Okay, thanks so much, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for tuning in. You've been watching NPR Sunday Soapbox. Talk to you guys later.